Hello friends, this is Jay. Today I am going to tell you about LVM configuration backup and configuration restore. So let's start with why LVM configuration backup has importance. So sometime you might have faced, or in future you may face, that your server does not boot, or if it is booting and you are trying to access a logical volume and it says the physical volume XYZ not found, or some IO errors. So in that case it is not accessible, or in any case one of your server physical hard drive is failed. So in that case also your physical volume is completely down. Apart from that, there is a metadata of LVM which is available in system. It has your live LVM configuration, how many PVs are there, which volume group is configured, how many logical volumes configured belongs to which volume group, indexing of the entire configuration, the mapping. So it is possible that sometime this data gets corrupted. So in that case your entire logical volume goes offline and you try with some command but it does not come up, it shows offline only. Somebody pulled out a live hard drive from server intentionally or unintentionally. In that case also your physical volume is completely down, your volume group is offline, your logical volumes are offline, so your application or database becomes offline. Any mishappening, there are so many things which can happen to your server, or if you are trying to do something on LVM as an experiment and something intentionally unintentionally you deleted or misconfigured, in that case also your logical volume does not come up. If you have a logical volume configuration backup, you can restore it and you will get all the volume groups, logical volumes in place. This is a configuration backup, it's not a data backup. So don't assume that if you restore it your data will be back. This is only a configuration backup. You restore it, the structure will come online. If your data is missing, that you have to restore from other sources. One most important source is LVM snapshot, which I described in my last video, you can watch it. So how to manage LVM configuration backups? So being a system admin, keep LVM configuration backup outside server along with critical data. So if you have a Linux server or multiple servers, the LVM application by itself takes the backup on periodic basis. If server is rebooted, if you have started a server, or if you are doing any changes in LVM configuration like adding a PV, modifying any volume group or logical volume, it takes a backup by default. So you need to keep a separate copy of those volume. Let's suppose by any reason if your particular volume where the backup files are stored is corrupted, you are not able to access it. In that case you should have the copy somewhere outside of server. By default it creates a backup. The directory is etc lvm backup. So in this directory you will find only one copy of the backup, which is the recent version, the last one, and etc lvm archive directory you can find the previous old versions. It keeps multiple copies, around 10 to 15 copies it keeps by default. So this is a default process. Let's suppose you are going to add some space in a logical volume or a volume group, or you are adding a new PV, such kind of activities. So it is mandatory you take a manual backup of configuration before doing any experimental work or a live work on the server. So when you do a manual backup, there is an option available, you can store the file at a different location, or you can even change the file name. So Now I'll show you how you can do this on a Linux machine. So this is my Linux machine. So let's start with checking the physical volumes, PVS. So we have 3 physical volumes. So one is for OS, it's a different VG. We are going to test it on test volume group. We have two physical volumes. Let's check the volume group. We have 2 logical volumes inside this volume group. So how you can take backup? Let's see. There is a command vgcfg backup. If you do it without specifying any file name, it will take a backup with the default file name and into the default directory. So vgcfg backup, and I am going to take configuration backup of test volume group. So I need to specify the name, press enter. Test volume group backed up successfully. Let's go to this directory, etc lvm backup. So if you see the recent time, you can see it has created a file. Let's go to archive directory. If you see, there are so many files. The backup was taken into this backup directory, and once the next backup is taken, it has moved the file to archive directory. Now let's see how we can take a backup into a different directory with a different name. vgcfg backup -f. This option is to specify a file name and a location. So let's say I put the location opt and the file name is testvg conf backup space, specify the volume group name, enter. Test successfully backed up. Let's go to opt. File is available. So this is how you can take a configuration backup on a different folder and with a different name. So now I will show you what kind of errors you will get if your physical disk is failed, or physical disk is removed on a live system, or it has got a some IO error or smart error. So in that case, how you can use this backup. So I shut down this machine. I removed a hard drive which was SDC. So now let's see what is the status of physical volume. Now if you see PVS, there is a warning, device for PV. This is the UUID of the disk, not found or rejected by a filter. Rejected by a filter means this configuration is mentioned in the metadata and the configuration file, but currently physically it is not present. Could not find device with UUID, this one. And if you see, instead of /dev/sdc1, it is showing unknown. Rest of the things you can see because it is mentioned in the configuration file. So now let's see LVS. I am able to see my logical volumes. Let's try to mount it. Mount /dev/mapper/. If you see here, the logical volumes are not there, because if your physical volume is not present, your volume group is not active. Your logical volumes are not online. VG display test. It is there, but your logical volumes are not offline. LV display test LV. Test LV not found because your volumes are offline. Now we have option that we add a drive with the similar capacity and the configuration, create a physical volume using the same UUID which was there on the previous physical volume, add it. If we do this, it will take automatically the physical drive and recreate or reassemble the logical volumes and make them online. If it doesn't work, in that case we need to restore the configuration. So I am going to add a physical disk, will create a physical volume again, and let's see how it works. So I have again added a 10 GB hard drive to this system. Let's see. So I have got /dev/sdc fdisk/dev/sdc new primary 1 default, tag it with LVM 8E. Now see, it is created, right? Now you have two options. One is create a default physical volume by the default command, or you can specify a UUID which was there in the earlier physical volume. First we need to check the UUID. So either you can check with PVS. If it shows the UUID, then it's fine. If it doesn't show this, you have option, you can check the previous configuration file. This would be mentioned for /dev/sdc1. now pv create -UUID space, paste the UUID -- no restore file space /dev/sdc1. Physical volume successfully created. Now here if you see, still it is showing unknown. If I go to PVS again, now you can see SDC1 is there, the size is same, it has taken from the configuration. Let's check the volume group, it is there. Let me see if it allows me to bring up the logical volumes. Mount /dev/mapper test LV, still it is down. So what we can do, vg change -ay space test. vg change is the command, -ay, it will bring all the volume groups online, and the volume group is test. Two logical volumes in volume group now active. It means earlier it was offline, now it is active. Let's see. If you see the difference, if you type LVS earlier, there was no A. Now it is A. Means it is active. Earlier it was not active. Now I can mount it. Mount mapper test LV. It is available. Alice. Oh, sorry, CD space MNT. So I can see the data as well, because it was the data was on the different physical volume. That's why I can see it. If your actual data physical volume goes down, so you need to restore it. Now this is how you can replace a physical volume if it is missing or if it is physically failed. So now if you want to restore in any case, how you can restore it? So first we can list out how many backup files we have for a physical volume group. Let's see, vg cfg restore -- list space test. Test is our volume group. If I press this, if I use this command, it it will show me how many configuration backup files I have available on this system, along with its path and the file name, date and timestamp, and when it was taken. If I am doing something on the LVM or my system is rebooted, so why it was taken. So if you remember, recently we have taken a backup created after executing. So after this command, for initially we executed this command, it created a backup in a default directory. After that we executed a command with a different file name and a different location. So it has taken a backup. So now I'm going to restore it. Let's see. So before going to restore, it is recommended that you bring down all your logical volumes. So just remember, if any production database or application is running, just stop them and then bring down your logical volumes. So to bring down all the logical volumes, vg change -an for down, and volume group is test. Okay, one logical volume is open. I need to unmount it. cd space slash umount space slash mnt. So just remember this. Zero logical volume in volume group test now active. So earlier we had two logical volumes active, now it is zero. So it has brought down all the logical volumes. Now I can restore the configuration. vg cfg restore -f file and the path /opt/ this file. So I am choosing the file which I have taken manually. You can choose it, this file, from the default directory as well, and the volume group name. Press enter. Restored volume group test. It is not, it has restored your data, it has just restored the configuration. So which physical volume was attached to this volume group, what was the UUID, what was the indexing kind of thing. Now you have option to bring up vg change -ay space, just bringing up that volume group again. Now you can see two logical volumes in volume group test now active. So my both logical volumes are active. Now I can mount both volumes, but please make sure before you mount logical volumes you do a FSCK, file system check. It is good because when you mount it, if something goes wrong with the file system, your data will be lost. So e2 fsck /dev/mapper/test lv. You do this. If you see it is clean, then it's fine. I have one more logical volume. So I have not created any file system, so it is giving this error. So my logical volume is up. Now I can mount it. Mapper test mnt, see the data, cd space mnt, see the data. So I can find my data. So don't worry if your LVM metadata is corrupted, any physical volume is missing, you can have option, you can replace the physical drive and restore the data. If your metadata is corrupted, simply restore the configuration. Your data, your actual data will remain there, you can find it easily. So guys, this is how you can use a configuration backup, and probably this would be the last video of LVM series. Now I am going to start another series on Windows servers, VMware, open source NAS and UTMs, FortiGate, so forth. So Keep watching my videos. Thank you.